Yo, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a gym tour. It's actually early, so well, early for me. We got some sunlight. The sun is going right into the cuartito here, so I sort of have my fitness areas in two spots. You've seen um, the second one, which is my recovery area, my recovery corner, my recovery den. In the background of a lot of the videos, so I'll show you as part of this. But the weight room, where I keep my weights, what I actually have, it's kind of still, you know, in a mystery. So I have the weight room and all my like extra fun stuff, toys to work out here with outside. The first and foremost one is going to be the dip bars, the parallel dip bars. I really like bodyweight stuff. When lockdowns happened, I had picked them up maybe a month or two before it happened, so I had them already here. And stuff like dips, you can get a lot of mileage out of dips. Stuff like inverted rows, so you're laying on the back and you're grabbing the bars and you're pulling yourself up. You can get a lot of mileage out of dips. So those. Also, I picked up the gym rings. Another great addition is you can do dips off of those, and you can do chin-ups off of those as well. And they're just freaking brutal. They're brutal trying to do chin-ups off of, because chin-ups with the bar just feels more stable. These do not like you. And get some that don't have these little knurlings. I don't know if you can tell, but the little knurlings here, they suck. They dig into your hands and it's miserable. That doesn't make it, you don't get better grip, you just feel pain. All right, and then of course, the red squat rack, half rack. We've had it for years. Got it from a long time ago. I think my brother spray painted it when we brought all our stuff here. I found a tire in the neighborhood here that I completely adopted, made mine, and now is used for various warm-ups and aggression, letting out. Flips. I like to try to flip it to the other side without it touching the floor. So go from the floor, flip it completely so that it goes face the other face. So that kind of the outside area. Then we'll go the cuartito here. Now this was a storage shed, of course, used for many years. But as you can see, we got all of the weight room stuff. I got two benches, adjustable benches. They do what they're supposed to. They have a weight limit, but we all know how those work out. This bench I won at an auction for like, I don't know, $25 or something. It's a sweet bench, very stable. I really like it. It helped increase a lot of the lifts. It's got a really good for incline bench press. It's a really good incline bench press bench. Then I have, again, during lockdown, I didn't have the standard stuff, quote unquote standard, and I really invested big into these. I started off with the 10s, the two 10-pound clubs, and then the 25-pound mace. I just grabbed those first and foremost. So for a little while, I was just doing maces and clubs, and then dips, body weight stuff. And then I invested in getting, because I felt like, man, I'm not doing anything for my legs. So I invested in the 35 and the 45 mace, or clubs, I'm sorry. The 45-pound mace was a big chunker one right here. And I used them for a lot of like side lunges. I used them for a lot of just like core stuff, because you need something heavier. And then, because the mace started getting really light, I say really light, but I ended up picking up the 40-pound Synergy mace. You can see the 40 there, and it's still fun to use. I was using it last night, swinging it around like if I'm fighting giant robots. And that's one of the best ways you can train with those maces is treat them like a weapon. Swing them around with control, of course. Swing them slowly, but with control. Engage the core, swing, and pretend there's a giant robot, lock off a head. Next, we're gonna go so I won another thing on auction, the storage there, thank you, the storage rack here. So it's a 5-rack storage rack. I have an easy curl bar in the back there. I have a short stubby, like 35-pound straight bar. I have 2 Olympic 45-pound bars, and then the Titan multi-grip camber bar. That is a fun toy. It's different. I've, more recently started to use it for its various uses. Like for the first time, I only used it for neutral bench press, and that kind of hurt for a little bit. But stuff for like hammer curls, overhead press, kind of uneven bar press is kind of fun too with that. The weights, I got 4 pairs of 45-pound plates. There's the first 2 pairs right there are my dad's, and then and of course those plates are my dad's, and then everything else just kind of got added on top. The black bumper plates, sort of rubber coated plates, those black pairs in the back, kind of just slowly added stuff on top of it. With everything, comes out to like 630 pounds, which is definitely fun to have, because you can have weight spread out throughout multiple bars and multiple apparatus. I'll talk about that right now. But with having enough weight, you can have, various workouts set up, and you can just go from one to another. I like supersets. I also like giant sets. I like doing where you're like, oh, you're going to go right here, and then once you're done with this, you're going to go straight to the other side. So having enough weight on like a bench press while still having enough weight for an overhead press on a different bar it's pretty nice. It's very convenient. And then, like I was saying, this right here, if you've seen some of my shorts, I have it. I'm using it for like a deadlift, like a hex bar type. But it's a rickshaw farmer's carry from Titan Fitness. It is loadable, as you can see. I've gotten pretty much all the plates on there. For the deadlift, I got up to like a 600-pound deadlift on this. But it's fun because it's, like if you've seen, it's got little patitas, it's got legs that stand up, so it gives you some elevation. And you're able to work on that hip hinge for the deadlift. That's really fun to use. Again, you use it for farmer's carry. You're loading it up, picking it up, then walking. Weighted carries are one of the greatest things you can do. If I learned anything from my my tour with the physical therapists, it's that we don't do enough weighted carries, and that weighted carries should be done with everything. So farmer's carry and deadlifts are 2 main things that should just be on your workout routines or just training in general, because for longevity, those 2 things are going to help keep you in the game. All right, we're gonna go inside, and we're gonna go take a look at the second part of this, because again, your training has to be intense, but your recovery needs to be equally intense in order to actually see the benefits. So if you're not taking care of your body after your workouts, or the couple of days later when you're sore and you're beat up, you're not doing the massages, you're not doing the inversion, you're not doing the foam rolling or anything like that, like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to get any progress. So we'll take a look at the second part. All right, so here's the second area here, the recovery corner. It's nice to be able to look at the human body and just kind of figure out, like, okay, well, what hurts? Point at and tell me what hurts, and then being able to look and see, like, okay, well, it's this joint, it's this muscle, it's these areas here, and that way you can hone in on your intentions. All right, so the first thing that stands out, everybody's familiar with it in the background. It's the inversion table. You set your feet up on the bottom there. You're standing up essentially, and then you go back on that hinge, upside down. Let gravity do its thing. It helps to decompress the spine. One of my favorite things, I do it relatively daily, at least 3 times a week. Yoga mat, dumbbells, what have you. But these things right here, the lacrosse ball for spot treatment, for when you're just sore and you have a specific area that's miserable, particularly like in the back, lower back or something like that. Take that lacrosse ball, you put it in the area, and you do essentially the foam rolling, kind of massaging, rocking back and forth. Fantastic. They make them with spikes. I bought a pack of 3 that has like the green one, then 2 other ones, and the 2 other ones have spikes. I don't really use them that much. They're pretty cool for like, you throw them on the floor and then massage your, like the soles of your feet for like that acupuncture. They're intentioned for acupuncture. So those are decent, I suppose, for that. But just get yourself a nice solid core lacrosse ball and you'll be able to kind of just keep your body in line and just free of any adhesions, muscle adhesions. All right. Next, we're gonna say the foam roller. You can see, oh my God, my legs. Foam roller. I like the ones with the spikes. Get a foam roller that has, I broke it recently. Get a foam roller that has the hard plastic insert or like a hard internal part, because if it's too mushy, it's just not gonna feel good. You need something to fight against you. So get yourself one of those with the, this is like a PVC sewage pipe, but just wrapped in the rubber. Get one of those. Highly recommend it, because just right before bed, you can just stretch out on that and then go to sleep real nice. The other thing, highly recommend picking up, because they're everywhere. You can go to like a Marshall's or like a Ross, and they're there pretty cheap. Massage guns. These things are awesome. Just charge this one up. But they use percussion. Feels fantastic. It uses percussion instead of just vibration. So like if you ever used a like home, what are they called? Home edicts? Home, one of those standard massagers. It's just vibration. It doesn't do anything. It's just shaking up your skin, making you itchy. But stuff like this, you can actually it's hitting your skin. It's using percussion. It's beating on you, and it just helps to loosen things up. That thing goes up to like, it has like power level 30. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it goes pretty hard. So that, get yourself a yoga mat, not a yoga mat, a foam roller, a massage gun, and a lacrosse ball. Bro, your recovery is going to be ridiculous. You're going to feel so much better. You feel so less beat up. Standard yoga strap. Put yourself in a position, strap yourself in, and just hold it for like 5 minutes. Let just your body relax into it. On average, if you are stretching and you're doing a static stretch, you want to hold the position for over a minute. So find yourself a good YouTube video, press play, strap up, and just chill there for a little bit and just let everything just let go. Because you have to let go and fall into the stretch, essentially. So there's that. And then the two kind of, we don't really expect to see that in most places. Most people weren't. So we'll start off slow. I gotta charge this damn thing. They're TheraBands. Of course, they're some other brand name, but they're TheraBands. These, if you play tennis or you play anything that has you use your forearms a lot, these are gonna be clutch. Or if you get like elbow tendonitis, which is what tennis elbow is called. I get it in my left arm a little bit. From reverse curls, but I love doing reverse curls. So you get that bump right there. Anyways, cramp. Okay. Whew. Anyway, I get tendonitis right there a lot. So these are fantastic. Let's see if you can get. So you can stretch it. It goes in both areas. There's the stretch where you twist it back and forward, rev it up like a motorcycle style. They have various difficulties, but again, when I was with the physical therapist, when I was doing my observation hours with them, they were following them. Very phallic. But they go up in difficulty. This is the lightest one up into the most dense one, the blue one here. And they give you little instructions on the workouts you can do and target the area. So if you ever have just like annoying burning kind of just pain in your elbows and stuff like that, tennis elbows, I don't know, maybe a drummer could get it too, or even shoulder issues. It works really good for like shoulder adduction and abduction, stuff like this. to really activate. Let's see, this is a blue one. Oh yeah. Let me go the other way. Yeah. Anyways, so these are fantastic. A really good recovery tool. So like after you do, what I like to do is like I said, reverse curls I like to do a lot of. I'll grab the green one, the middle density one. I just bang out a bunch of these. Just flush the area with blood. I just crank it to blow it up, fill up the area with blood. That way it'll speed up recovery, it'll help with recovery. Because remember, you gotta understand, your connective tissues are avascular, they don't have blood. Well, they don't have their own blood support here. That's all through osmosis and effusion or diffusion. So you gotta get the area full of blood. And then, this is my second one, but I won this at an auction. I don't know if you're noticing a trend here. But this is a TENS unit, a BioStim unit. This is an old model. Like I said, I won it at an auction. This is an old model. I had another one, but I had to give it to a family member. They needed it for reasons, like real reasons. This is just for muscle recovery. But I'm sure you've seen them. They have the electric pads. These are all the instructions. There's all the electric pads. You put the electric pads on your skin. And this administers a nice, gentle shocking. The electric pads, put them on an area. There's certain modes in here that'll help with recovery, boosts blood circulation, helps with nerves, helps with relaxation. There's a bunch of different things that you can find in this helpful packet. And on days where it's real bad, you know, I'll slap up, like my knee gets bad sometimes from being stupid. And I'll blast it and just zap up my calves or zap up my tibialis muscles. And you got yourself a good time. You know, it's just a combination. And it's not like, I don't use everything here all at once, all the time, every day. Some days I just use the foam roller and the inversion table. Some days I'll just use the lacrosse ball and the massage gun. But I mean, this is like, you gotta look at weight training and then like recovery as like if you're brushing your teeth. This is a daily practice. This is a habit. This is what you do to just take care of your body so that your teeth don't fall out and your breath don't smell bad, so that you don't have bad posture and your back doesn't always hurt. So like these are the things you got to do, and then you just, with the tools that you got, you'll be able to, you know, make better decisions or combine them more efficiently so that you can do less but get more. I'm huge on that 80-20 rule. 20% of the input that you do gives you 80% of the results. So figure out the thing that you really need. It's like, oh man, today I just need, you know, to use a yoga strap to strap myself into a butterfly position for a couple minutes, and then get on the inversion table and then foam roll out a little bit, and I'll be good to go for, you know, for whatever we got to do. Or, you know, a good bedtime routine. You know, having a good bedtime routine right before you go to bed. You know, solid 10 minutes of stretching your hamstrings or low back or your chest. If you work on the computer, your traps, your mid back, you really just, you know, open up everything up. Having an area to do that is crucial, because if you don't have an area, you're not going to do it. And then if you're not going to do it, you're going to feel crappy. And if you feel crappy, it's only going to get worse. That's just how it works. So I definitely recommend getting an area for you to work on something. You don't have to get the inversion table, but like I said, get yourself a good foam roller with the hard stuff inside. A massage gun from like Marshall's, $40. And that's, you don't really have to go that far. Lacrosse ball, you could probably go to like Big Five or something to pick one of these things up. And I mean, and then you can take care of your body. What's going to make more of an impact? You going to a chiropractor once a month for an hour, or you doing this type of recovery stuff, stretching and being more mindful of your body 15 minutes a day, every day for the rest of your life? Like that stuff, where's the scale going to tip? Yes, having a chiropractor and yes, having a masseuse and all that stuff is going to be crucial. I mean, not everybody can afford that. And not everybody wants people to be touching them. I don't want people touching me. So, like, you know, it really just depends. Stuff like this, you can take care of your body. Lower back pain, shoulder pain, stuff like that. A lot of it, not everything, you know, depending on the situation, but can be settled with relaxing the damn muscles. And You know, if you don't know how to relax, having a lacrosse ball or something like that, it helps you kind of just like ease into it. So you gotta take care of yourself, boys and girls. All right, I hope you enjoyed the small tour. That being said, buenas noches.